guys, this is Cizzy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making some awesome Harry Potter treats. Since my real name is Candy and I love Harry Potter, I figured mixing the two would just make it all the more fun. Today we're going to be making licorice wands and acid pops. They're two treats that are in the Harry Potter world where you can find them in Honeydukes. You can also find them on the Hogwarts Express and often all around the Hogwarts grounds with the students. They look a little something like this. Today we're going to be starting with the licorice wands first. These are some of the supplies and ingredients you're going to need. First, you're going to need some type of Twizzlers. It can either be the Hershey's or it can be just the regular basic ones or even the colorful ones if you want. Next, you're going to need some type of sprinkles. It can be the little non-parallel little ball ones or it can be any other type of shape. Next is going to be chocolate chips. It can be any kind that you want, semi-sweet, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, any type. As well as you can use the Wilton candy melts if you decide you want to go about that route. Next, you're going to need a bowl and a rubber spatula. And last, you're going to need a piece of parchment paper and something to lay down your licorice wands with. Alright, so first step is that you're going to go ahead and open up your chocolate chips. Make sure your hands are washed and you're just going to pour some into the bowl. Doesn't matter quite how many, just do how many you think that you're going to need. I'm going to do about half a bag. Then you're going to put them into the microwave in 30-second increments. Oh, it smells like it burnt. It didn't. Okay, so after you take out your chocolate chips, you want to stir them around.
Our microwave makes weird noises.
And then you're going to put them back in the microwave until they're fully melted. After that, I would start doing 10-second increments. Alright, so this is the consistency that you want. You just want it to be nice and smooth. And just stir it up, make sure everything's stirred in together, no lumps. Alright. Now you're going to take your Twizzler, what's out of the bag without making a mess. And you're going to cover it. You can decide how much that you want to cover and how much you don't. For the first ones, I'm just going to do about like this. Just kind of paint it on there. Set it on the side. Open up your sprinkles. Let that drip just a little bit. And then just sprinkle sprinkles on there.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
They're going to turn out really, really cute. If you want to use one of your sheets of parchment paper and pan for the mess, you can do that. And then use the other one to set them down. After they're done with the sprinkles, just go and set them down. And you're going to let them harden. I'm going to go ahead and do one more just so I can show you. You can also double them up if you wanted them to be thicker like this one. I'm going to do that just because I don't want to tear it apart because I'm lazy. It's actually kind of a cool effect just to see how much thicker it is. And as you go, you can add more chocolate as you feel the need. I just don't want to waste the whole entire bag of chocolate chips if I didn't need to and if I'm not going to make a bunch of them. Once again, let it drip. And sprinkle. Just kind of rotate it. And look, now it's kawaii.
Weeb.
Alright, I'm going to continue making these and we'll be back. So this is the end product. Right now they're sitting and they're going to start to harden and stuff. If you want them to harden quicker, you can put them in the fridge for about, I'd say, an hour and then check them, see how they are. If they're not hardened still, then just leave them in there for another 2 hours. Alright, now we're going to start on the acid pops. The things that you're going to need are going to be, well, I chose blow pops. You can choose any type of sucker or lollipop that you'd like. You're going to need Pop Rocks. It can be really any flavor that you want. The basic ones that are in the movies and in the books and the shows are going to be green. So if you just want to stick with green, I would go with Tropical Punch and Green Apple. You're going to need a cup of water. I would fill it pretty full. Some parchment paper and a spoon. So the first thing that you're going to do, I already did it, is I emptied these into a bowl. As I was emptying them though, I kind of crushed them up in the bag just a little bit. They don't have to be too crushed, it's just enough to where there's a little bit more of a fine powder. And then you're just going to open them up. If I can get it open. You can hear me crushing it up. And you're just going to pour them in. If they're not quite crushed up to where you want, you can just take a spoon, crush them up a little bit more. Be careful. It's kind of dangerous. Whenever I did this the first time, it kept popping me in the eyeball. So it can be dangerous. You can see that. Alright, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take one of your lollipops. Like I said, I chose the blow pops. And you're just going to unwrap it and take off the wrapper. There's trash over there. Then you're going to take your lollipop facing downwards and you're going to stick it into the cup, kind of twist it a little bit, pull it up, let it drip. Keep in mind, if you're making these, as soon as water hits the Pop Rocks, they're going to start popping, which means that they might not be as magical and poppy whenever you decide to eat them if you're not serving them right away. So after you let it drip, you're going to roll it into your Pop Rocks. Kind of knock off the excess. And just lay them on your parchment paper. We already did another one as a test. And if you look up close, you can kind of see how the water's affecting it and it's making it kind of get melted and slushy looking. So just keep that in mind of when you're going to serve things. Alright, I'll do another one. I'll go ahead and add in more of my green because there's a lot of red in here. Stir that up again. I would stir in between each dunking of it just so they're not all stuck together. Dip it in the water, let it drip for a little bit. Go into the bowl and cover them. If you face the bowl more downwards towards your body, you're going to get it coated all the way to the bottom. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and continue making these and we'll be back when we're done. Okay, just a little disclaimer. We kind of messed up a little bit since this is the first time I've ever made these. So if you actually end up dipping them in the water and then putting them directly into the bowl of Pop Rocks, it's going to make them get all hard like this. and not stick very well. So what I would suggest is taking a spoon and just kind of shaking it over top of the Pop Rocks on a plate like we did the first time.
Over top of the Pop Rocks?
What?
You said over top of the Pop Rocks, shaking the spoon over top of the Pop Rocks.
Whatever. So yeah, I would try that. Another option to do is if you don't want to use the water, you can use honey, which is what I'm doing right now. You put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. I don't know if you can see in there at all.
No.
But it makes it like a watery consistency. You go and you dip the sucker into the honey, let it drip. Kind of twirl it a bit so there's not as much. And just kind of push it into stuff. Oh my god, it's like popping dangerously because I'm pushing it.
And that doesn't necessarily work too well whenever it's wet either.
No.
But if you messed up like us, it works enough. But what you want to do is just pour the Pop Rocks over the suckers.
Yeah. And just like that. Alright. Okay guys, so that was the video. I hope you really enjoyed it and I hope you try out everything.